Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another stream. This is the account of Monte Fisto, and it's a very, very stormy off day outside. Trying to catch up with my sleep schedule. Right now it's my off day, so I figured let's stay up a little longer and do some makeup streams because it's been like 2 days off since I streamed. Just finished streaming Skullgirls for the first time. Very fun game. Very cool game for an indie game. But that has some of the most dog shit matchmaking ranked online I've ever experienced in my life. Long story short, there is none. Like, they're legit. Dude, legit. There's just none. I can't believe it. I even checked the Steam review page, because that game has like a 96 positive review score on Steam. And on the front page of the most recent highly voted reviews, and also the most recent reviews, not a single one mentioned ranked online matchmaking. So all people who legit just bought it because it's a cheap indie game and they just dick around on the story mode a little bit. Really frustrating. I'll still stream it like once or twice more just to see if I can get any headway on that multiplayer, but oh my god. Anyway, that's besides the point. Today we're doing some Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins. Notice how it's not called the 6 golden coins, just called Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins. I know, it's weird. I feel like the should be in that title. Anyway, we got Mario from the Super Mario Brothers movie right there. We got probably the best Wario cosplay I've ever seen. Fun fact, this is where Wario got his first reveal. This is where he first appeared. And Wario is awesome. He's seriously one of my favorite Nintendo characters. Fucking great. I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate Wario because they didn't grow up with the Game Boy, or if they're, you know, like older millennial or like Generation X. They might have written off the Game Boy as like, oh, it's just that thing for kids that just gets shitty NES ports. Just completely missing it. Anyway, this is a good game. I did not own this one growing up, but I did play it. I'll get into this later. let's dive into the fucking thing. Alright. Shut this shit the fuck off. Ah, yeah, that's beautiful. Then we'll switch that. Ah, man, that's perfect. But yeah, this is a good game. I played quite a bit of it growing up. It's good. It's good. But not my favorite. But I do want to play this because I want to eventually get around to the Wario Land games. I figured, well, I don't want to skip anything necessarily, because Game Boy is a good console. It really is. A lot of garbage on it, to be sure. Wow, is it really just a... It's really the first screen. It's just fucking just straight up dead silence. Sure, we need like a cricket sound effect here. Anyway, let's dive into this one. There is a remake that is a fan remake, a fan edit. Interesting. There's a fan edit of this game. It's called the DX mod, which makes it colorful. We're not gonna be playing that one though. Let me just make sure we got save state on. We got our buttons, run, jump. It's a Game Boy, so you don't get much. You turn everything into the dead zone by pressing start. Pretty cool. I wonder. No. Alright, never know. This game is pretty fucking solid. A lot of people really like this game. I like it too. A lot of people consider this game better than the original Mario Land. I'm actually not one of those people. I think the two games are a little bit apples and oranges, right, comparing the two. I think this game is certainly good. Both games have their strengths and their weaknesses in my mind, though, but this is definitely a pretty cool game. I guess, when would this have been? On the earlier side of things for the Game Boy, but not really a early release. I wouldn't consider it an earlier release anyway. But this game did make Mario a lot more Mario-y. Because one thing they were a little bit weird about, because, you know, Mario Land was a launch title, they tried to make the sprites very, very, very small, and, you know, they wanted to work with the hardware a little bit. It was the first game for the Game Boy. So they had to do some things a little bit differently. Which really shows if you play Mario Land 1. I played Mario Land 1 a little bit before I started streaming again. Hey, there we are. Start with some 1-ups. So I didn't really want to stream it again, but I probably will end up eventually streaming Mario Land 1 as well. Yeah, so I must have played Mario Land 1 about a little bit over a year ago, right before I started streaming. There we are. We don't have a, Hey, there we are. So you don't have a Fire Mario sprite because it's Game Boy. It's black and white. How the fuck can you tell? So they decided to add a little feather. No more Super Ball from Mario Land 1. And you can probably tell from the breaking of the blocks. With the spin jump, this did in fact come out right after Mario World. Didn't really get a good look at the year this came out. Probably like 92, maybe? Maybe 92? That sounds about right. It could be off, though. There we are. But Mario Land 1 had no momentum to the physics. Ooh, alright. I mean, I guess it's net gain of 0. So Mario Land 1, you had no real momentum physics. You just kind of really stuck the landing. It didn't really feel like Mario, to be sure. But I don't think that's a bad thing. It just didn't feel like Mario. Nothing really wrong with that. If it was called, like, Larry's Big Adventure, it would have been seen as, like, an insanely good game. And people would be like, oh, wow, Larry's Big Adventure is a real classic. I wonder why there weren't more in the series. But because it's Mario, people then compare it to Mario, and they're like, wow, that game's kind of weird. Alright, well. Okay, so the difference between the 30 and the 50 is nothing. 50 has lives. Alright, so this is a gambling hall. You can gamble here with your money. You can get a shit ton of coins and you just hold on to them. This is where you use them. I'm not sure if you get and 1-up for each 100 coins you get. But here's the plot of the game, right here. While Mario was off in Saharasalatsa land in Mario 1, his castle, yeah, he has a castle apparently, was taken over by Wario. I mean, fuck it, he wasn't here. You know what I like about this game? Aside from introducing Wario, and God, I should have shown the ad for this game. Is fucking hysterical. Mario has a giant statue dedicated to himself. He is the beast that he worships. And he has a castle. And in Wario Land, after Wario gets this giant Golden Princess Peach statue that he himself works for and discovers, Wario comes in and swoops it in. Mario becomes a fucking villain. I mean, it's not the first time, if you remember with Donkey Kong. Okay, so you got the moon. The house. Alright, so let me take this in. Remember with Donkey Kong Jr., Mario did kidnap Donkey Kong. And it's your job as Donkey Kong Jr. to rescue him, so let's see. It's not the first time Mario is portrayed as kind of a douchebag. So we have Haunted Castle, Moon, Big House, Giant Mario statue, Giant Koopa. Should be 6 worlds, right? Giant Tree. And is this just extra? Yeah, we have Hippo Land. Well, it's been a while since I played this. Hippo Land, weird bonus stage. There's nothing in there. Alright. Except you do turn small there. Alright, let's go to the weird bonus stage. Weird bonus stage it is. What is this about? Weird. Fucking weird. This is a kind of weird one. I guess Mario Land 1 was also weird, no shit. It was probably weirder than this. There's aliens, banging music. I actually think the music for Mario Land 1, even though it's certainly a much shorter game, this one actually had a save battery. I think this one is also kind of bizarre. Anyway, yeah, so Mario Land 1 has no momentum. You really stick all the landings. This one, you got really floaty jumps, and you're kind of slow because they have to work with the hardware here, you know? You need to give you room to see shit. The ability to time shit. It's gotta work with the original Game Boy's shitty refresh rate. I'm not sure if the Game Boy Pocket was out at this point. Maybe not. But as a result, you get like a slower, chill Mario game, even though it's still also short as hell. What's the point of that? It's like a training ground? Alright. Interesting. And now let's see the hippo thing. That's why I like one of the reasons why I like Wario Land so much. Oh, alright. Interesting. It's like helicopter game. These are just like bonus stages, huh? Yeah, so with Wario Land, they just kind of embraced the Game Boy's limitations. And just decided to make an all-new IP. Ooh, that's some slowdown, too. Oof. And honestly, it's all the better for that, which, I mean, I guess we'll talk about Wario Land when we finally get to it. Long story short, Wario Land was a product of trying to work with portable hardware. And then once hardware started to catch up and they were able to do Mario, Wario kind of got the shaft quite a bit. And I think they looked at Wario's performance on home consoles, where he, you know, didn't exist prior to. Like with Wario Land, or Wario World, I should say, and Wario Land Shake It. Oh, shit. Go back and get that hippo again, then. I think Nintendo, like, you know, Nintendo did with F-Zero when Nintendo started to exclusively make Game Boy Advance F-Zeros, and they started to perform like shit, and Nintendo was like, well, I guess no one wants them. It's like, no, you're just not using the IP right, you dickheads. Yeah. Anyway, this is a fine game, though, and I've wanted to revisit it. Actually, when oh my god, so this is just like a big-ass fucking bonus stage, huh? Weird. I mean, not that I don't really mind too much, so if you want to increase that Goomba death counter, you play the other one. If you want to just get a bunch of coins, you play this one. Fascinating. I guess it's kind of cool. Kind of weird. Okay. Oh, and then you come out of there. Weird. Can you only go to the moon through the back of that? Huh. I guess we'll figure that out. Anyway, I guess we'll start at the tree. The big-ass tree. Let's just go for it. Let's just do it. Do it to it. I always saw this as kind of the first area proper, so we'll just treat it as such. My favorite one is, obviously, the Halloween Zone, because that kicks ass. There's also Moon Zone, which is pretty cool. Like, Mario's approaching the Tree of Might. I always bring up that Dragon Ball Z movie, because the Dragon Ball Z movies were kind of garbo, for the most part. But Tree of Might was fucking cool. I also liked World's Strongest. It had a really cool sci-fi element to it. We can see here, it has the primordial weirdness that would pop up in Wario Land with the enemies and shit. Oh, what's up, some dude? I actually never had a chance to play the Mario Game Boy games. Honestly, I have the least amount of experience with the OG Game Boy. Personally played more Game Gear games. Interesting. Well, I think Mario Land 1 and 2 are very, very, very good games. They're very interesting games. But if you ever get a chance to play the Wario Land games, they're phenomenal. I was just saying, a lot of the shit they did for Mario Land 1 and 2 were out of necessity, of trying to work with the hardware. At which point they realized that, you know what, let's just make a new IP and kind of embrace the inherent weaknesses of the Game Boy. as a result, I would honestly say... Oh, okay, excuse me, motherfucker. Zelda, Link's Awakening, Gen 1 Pokemon, and Wario Land 1 are the best OG Game Boy games. I do consider them a little bit different from Game Boy Color. Because Game Boy Color had, I think, like twice the RAM, faster processor, more colors. Oh, okay, damn. I think there was enough about... Oh, okay, little fucker. I think there was enough different about that Game Boy Color to warrant it. You know, just a different consideration if you're trying to compare the games to one another. But yeah, those three are banging. If you want to experience the Game Boy, I just say experience those three. And if you had to experience 5... Well then, shit, I still say Game Boy Tetris, you little fucker. Game Boy Tetris and also Donkey Kong, just straight up Donkey Kong on Game Boy, is really, really shockingly good. The first, let's see, let's go with this one. Did I win? Did I win? We're getting the carrot, that's fine. The first 4 levels of Donkey Kong for the Game Boy play out just like the arcade Donkey Kong. But then after that, it opens up this entire adventure mode. This entire campaign is pretty awesome. Some dude says, I've only played Wario Land 4 on Game Boy Advance, so definitely gonna give those a try. I need to play, Wario Land 4. People seem to really, really like that one. It seems kind of weird, but it's Wario. So, I mean, I don't know what to expect. What I was expecting, but, yeah, it's kind of interesting, though, because, like, Wario Land, all the games are weird and they all work, you know? But none of them are quite like one another. Far from it. Okay, alright, nice. Because Wario Land 1, more of your classic, platformer campaign adventure. Wario Land 2 has branching paths. Like, depending on how you play the game, every level branches off into, like, a completely different campaign. So you don't have a map screen, a la Mario World. And then, Wario Land 3 is almost like a platform puzzler. Where each level has... There's like a day and night system in each level on the world map. Where am I fucking going? And each level on the world map has... This is fucking weird. Has 4 different treasures to find. And as you play through them, like, and you get one treasure from one level, it'll unlock something different on the island. It's really weird. It's like the whole map is this one dynamic island. Really fucking cool shit. And Wario Land 4... Alright, good. Wario Land 4, from my knowledge, it's like you have to find a treasure and then rush back to the exit. And I still need to fuck with Wario Land Shake It and, Wario World. I've heard mixed things about Wario World, though. Some dude says, yeah, it's really good. Has a ton of weird power-ups, but it works pretty well in its favor. Yeah, like the Wario Land series, they do some really creative shit, and that's awesome, because whenever Nintendo does some creative shit, I think generally, you win. You win when Nintendo decides to say fuck it and do some weird shit with their IPs. Because when they play too safe, I don't know. Ooh. Oh, I can just hold it. Oh, I can just hold it. I don't have to, like, feather it. Huh. Well, that makes it way fucking easier, huh? But yeah, all the Wario Land still hold up. But honestly, I think of 1, 2, and 3, I actually like 1 and 3 more than 2. Although 2 is the one I played the least of, so eventually I'll get around to playing all of them. But once again, that's kind of why I'm doing this. It's because I want to get around to the Wario Land games. Solid fucking franchise. Honestly, that's the thing about handhelds in general, is I feel like so much of it is the limitations. Once you get rid of the limitations, there's not really anything that makes handhelds too different, which is one of the reasons why I'm pumped to fuck with the Playdate, and one of the reasons I'm presently enjoying the Artaboy. Oh, wait, wow, really? I'd seriously just fuck that up? Well, gotta embrace death then. Some dude says, yeah, I was watching someone play Wario World last night, and they were struggling because of how jank the game is. I always hear about it being difficult and unfair. Yeah, Wario World, which is weird, because it's made by a company called Treasure, which I really fucking have a lot of respect for. Oh, wow, really? Oh, God, it's slippery. Alright, I gotta get used to this. Yeah, Treasure made some of my favorite games ever, like Mischief Makers. They made Gunstar Heroes. They made Dynamite Heady. Alright, gotta get used to the fucking physics. The physics in this game are really weird. Very floaty. Which, once again, is why they switched over to making a different IP. Oh! Whoa, little fucker. Look before you leap, huh? Yeah, you gotta remember, the Game Boy's refresh rate, even though there's only 4 colors. Ooh boy. That's one of the reasons why I love the Game Boy Pocket so much is, you know, and that was like my first one, but I had family members who had an original Game Boy. But it is, oh boy, it's hard to see some of the shit with all the ghosting on the original Game Boy. Pocket really did improve a lot. What the fuck, you little dick? What's the point of those enemies? Maybe you get bonus points if you kill with fire? But yeah, this game is like with Mario Land, where I guess if you know how to beat Mario Land 1, you can beat that game in like 20 minutes. Alright, we could grab those. I say fuck it though. Oh, alright, never mind. I guess now I can. But this game, I think, on average, I want to say it takes you about 2 hours if you're really good and are very familiar with it. I'm kind of familiar with this game. Once again, I didn't have this one growing up, but after school, for all the parents who, all the kids who had parents who worked, right? There's like this fucking daycare thing, where they would, you know, just fucking watch a bunch of the kids, right? Through the school. And, you know, this was right around the time, I guess around the time I was in 2nd grade. I had a Game Boy since 1st grade, but right at the time, 2nd grade was when Pokemon was hitting. And so everyone had a Game Boy. So, I mean, you know, it's just all the kids would just hang out, play games, share games. You know, so I would be like, yo, let me hit up that Mario. And I would hit up that Mario. Alright, come on. I want that bonus. That's kind of cool, just that communal. Wow, that's fucked. That's fucked. Everyone, you know, had this communal pool of games, and we just like, you know, borrow shit and for the daycare. But sometimes if we really enjoyed a game, you know, we'd be like, yo, come on, let me borrow that shit, and it would piss off the parents because, you know, yeah, you buy your fucking kid a game, you don't want them lending out to some shitty kid and have them never give it back. But we're pretty good at giving them back, you know. Some dude says, honestly, a console with limitations ends up with some of the more unique and interesting games. Yeah, compared to your standard powerful home console. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is innovation, man. Or yeah, innovation through what am I trying to say? Adversity. Innovation through adversity. It's what made games what they are today. Let's see. Some dude says, I mean, look at the PSP and the DS, for example. The PSP was leagues above and the DS in power, but the DS just had more unique and interesting games. Yeah. I really like both though a lot, so it's hard for me to really say. And honestly, I played a lot of see, that's the thing with Nintendo consoles in general, because right around the time of the Wii and DS, Nintendo was getting some real shovelware shadow into their systems. But when a game was good, oh, it was very good. I guess that's been true ever since the NES days, though, to be fair. Honestly, the NES, with how many people love the NES. In terms of percentage of good games, NES is a very low percentage of good games. You know what I mean? Because for every one good game on the NES, I want to say there's at least like 20 or 30 shitty ones. Like really just terror bad ones. I mean, part of that is also that people were still figuring out how to... Okay, alright, okay. People are still figuring out game design and how that shit works. Okay. Alright, we don't want to lose any lives here because I am not a master of this. Somebody says same, love both of them. Still play them every now and then. Yeah. Honestly, I think the 3DS is a bit underrated, although... Oh, God. Nintendo... Oh, okay, well, we just want that one. Nintendo should have done better with supporting that console at the start. Granted, they did turn that around later on. Because at the start, that library was rough for the 3DS. Which, I've talked about this before, but I bought a 3DS practically at launch because right when it was launching, I was in the middle of Radiant Historia. And later on, there's like a quest, like a field item you get, allowing you to, I guess, put down a bomb to blow up rocks and shit in order to do things. Oh, nice, you fucker! And it required the use of the L and R buttons. And the DS Lite had shittier structural integrity than the standard DS, like the big-ass convex clamshell design of the DS. So the L and R buttons just stopped responding. And honestly, the connector, like the top screen to bottom screen connector, was beginning to crack as well. So I was just like, you know, let me just buy a 3DS, you know? Some dude says, yeah, the Switch is another one with a shit ton of shovelware. The N64 got pretty bad too. The N64 got it really bad because Nintendo, by having such a limited system RAM, and also having a 64-bit processor, and also having such small, texture files, and also having it be cartridge-based, so no CD music, no CD cutscenes to slap in there. They really shat the bed in terms of their third party. So all the third party shit went to Sony. Which that Sony PlayStation 1 is awesome. But anyway, my point being that aside from the games made by Rare, Nintendo, and like the occasional like treasure game. Oh, alright, fucker. Okay, well I can't see it, but it's off screen, motherfucker. Alright, just gotta be careful. Somebody says, yeah, 3DS is pretty underrated. Same with the Wii U, honestly. I hear that about the Wii U, man. I really do. If I ever see it for cheap at, like, a garage sale or something. Okay, please, thank you. I have a tendency for asking the game kindly. But yeah, if I ever see a Wii U at a garage sale or something, I'll definitely pick it up. I've heard good things, man. It's funny, they had the idea with the controller. It just became a lot more refined with the Switch. Alright, so how do we do this? That. That's the thing, is as soon as I jump, I'm not gonna be able to see. Okay, good. Alright. Yeah, that's a little rough. You get a lot of that in this game. Once again, Wario Land. Shouldn't talk shit on this one though. Yeah, I like this game. Once again, I played it a lot at that daycare. It just, I had Mario Land 1, then I played this, and then at the same time, I played Wario Land 1, and I was just like, yo, Wario Land, which is funny because the games that I was super into for the Game Boy that my friends had. It's like it seemed to me like they didn't give a shit about it as much as I did. And I just fucking loved it. I mean, granted, once again, Pokemon was all the rage, so that was what most people were playing, but... And I was playing it as well. I would always borrow that Wario Land. Fucking love that shit. Same thing with Donkey Kong. In fact, my story about Wario Land and Donkey Kong. I guess I'll tell that story. I'll check that story for a second while I kick this guy's ass. You can see the Wario Land style boss right here. It's fucking weird, man. Like, really weird. Alright, okay. This is gonna be tricky. Short jump. I gotcha. So with Wario Land and Donkey Kong, let's start with Donkey Kong. You know, I asked my parents for both of those pretty much like every Christmas. I'm like, yo, I want those. But you know, they're at that point they're used games, so they're kind of for a very specific used game. It's kind of hard to find it, you know. But for Donkey Kong, I got for the Game Boy Color when I had the Game Boy Color, Donkey Kong Country, which is actually I recall Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Color actually being a pretty cool port. Not like a 1-to-1 port, but pretty fucking good. But I remember feeling bad about that because it's like, you know, when you get something for Christmas, when you ask for one thing and get something else, you feel like shitty about not being as excited. Because I'm like, you know, because you feel ungrateful, and that shit feels fucking bad. Even as a young age, you're mature enough to know that, like, wow, that sucks. That sucks that they bought the wrong one. But also, I don't want to be a fucking asshole about it. But, no, I still play the shit out of that as well. But for Wario Land 1, we'll go to the Giant Turtle. Wario Land 1 was the same thing where I asked for Wario Land, and I got Wario Land 3. And, you know, I had that same experience of like, oh, yeah, thanks, that's awesome. And then I'm like, I wanted the first one. But Wario Land 3, after I figured out how that fucking game works, that game is, oh, man. I'm really looking forward to streaming that one. And honestly, I think of Wario Land 1, 2, and 3, I think 3 gets the least amount of love. But that game is fucking great. Yeah, that's one of those Game Boy Color exclusives, you know? Like, there's some games that worked on both Game Boy Color and Game Boy, like OG. But then others required not only color, but also the extra processing speed, the extra RAM of the Game Boy Color, which wasn't a huge leap forward, but enough where you could see a difference. Which is why it always bothers me when I look at a top Game Boy games list, and they throw in Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games. It's like, yo, what the fuck? That's not fair. But, you know, usually those kind of articles are by hack fraud pieces of shit. Fuck you. What's a hack fraud piece of shit game? Journalism. I'd say journalism with air quotes. The Gamer. Den of Geek. Yeah, The Gamer and Den of Geek are two that I see a lot that are a real piece of shit. And for whatever reason, Forbes has gotten into the game journalism industry. Oh, you fucking dick. Come on. I'm trying to, like, duck. And Forbes articles on gaming are always super cancer. I just don't even understand what the fuck they're doing with half of those. Some really, really garbage shit hot takes, which half the time you wonder why they do those garbage shit hot takes, and, you know, the reason is for clicks. You gotta get those clicks. Can I get that just one? Oh, God. I need to really focus on these and remember what I did wrong before, because I keep doing the same thing wrong each time with my timing. Somebody says, yeah, the N64 was hard carried by Nintendo and Rare. Yeah, it really is crazy. Which blows my mind that Nintendo let Rare get sold off. Like, holy shit. Which, it's also weird that Microsoft jack and shit with their rare purchase. It's fucking weird all around. I mean, I guess Rare's still kicking it. I see that Sea of Thieves, despite having a rough initial player base, people seem to really like Sea of Thieves, and I've been meaning to try that with my game night crew. Here we are, we have Gordo from Kirby. Yeah, I think Hal might be. Oh, okay. I think Hal. Yeah, we'll grab it. Fuck it. All right. Hal might be one of my favorite Nintendo publishers. I think they're still doing, like, Hal still does Smash Bros, yeah? I think they do. Could be wrong, though. Ooh, alright, just go down. Now it's thundering extra hard, so my dog is hiding. I always love gaming on thundering days. Something relaxing about it. Something reminds me of being a young baby. Same thing with snowy weather. Just any time you can't really go out, and it's like, yeah. I like the ambiance. Leaving the window open, listen to that rainfall. Of course, with this dog, she can't really enjoy the thunderstorms as much because she is just, ooh. She absolutely hates thunder. I mean, I know like most dogs hate thunder. I swear to God, my dog she extra hates it. Like she has non-flashbacks. What is over here? Something cool. Alright, little baby hop can... Yeah, little baby hop. That's the way we gotta do it. One on one of you. Pretty cool fucking level, honestly. They had a lot of creativity with this game. You know, let's have a giant fucking tree. Let's have you go inside a whale. Go into a ship. Go into a moon. We're gonna have Spooky Zone. Spooky Pumpkin Zone. Although, once again, the Mario statue to himself. A little weird, yeah. Doing some classic Old Testament errors. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. There we are, got some fucking serious air with that. Alright. God, you do move slow in this game. Which, once again, with Wario's fat ass, you don't really think much of it. With Mario's ass, eating all that pasta. Holy hell. You really feel it, because you just expect to move like Mario. And I guess we'll go to the right. I swear to God, this stream is not going to be all about how much I love Wario more than this, I promise. It's just, you know, when I think about this game, I think of both, because I kind of played both at the same time, and you don't really have any concept of that game of like, oh, this game came out fucking like 3 years before this one. No, you don't think about that shit. You're just comparing all of the games together, even though, Game Boy, when did the Game Boy start? 88 or 89? I think 89? Sounds right. It's kind of like the NES in that it has almost like a decade-long runtime. You get some real differences between the early releases and the late releases. That was a loud thunder blast. Alright, okay. There we go, nice. That's a little bit of slog with all the water. At least we're getting the water stage out of the way earlier. Okay, come on. Yeah, got it. MLG Pro shit right there. Mario Land 2 at EVO, when? Alright. Wait, what? Okay, there we are. What a fucking weird game. Really fucking weird game. But yeah, I guess, yeah, those would be my recommendations, though. If, like, you could only have 5 Game Boy games. I mean, original Game Boy games, and not counting the shit that plays on, Oh, okay, fucker. Not counting the shit that plays on Game Boy Color exclusively. But, Wario Land, Link's Awakening, Donkey Kong, Tetris, and a, whatever your choice of Pokemon is, red or blue. There's not really much of a difference, honestly. I grew up with blue. I mean, I grew up with red as well. I guess I played red first. I guess I should tell that fucking story. So I had the Game Boy for my fifth birthday. Right, so I was a very, very young baby. And what I had as my 4 games, Link's Awakening, Mario Land 1, Wizards and Warriors, was it Wizards and Warriors X? Is that what that one was called? I don't remember what the subtitle was. Just Wizards and Warriors, fuck it. The Game Boy Wizards and Warriors. And the 4th one was Gradius Interstellar Assault, which I think was the second Gradius game on that console. And the much superior one, honestly. But then the following year, Pokemon Gen 1 came out. And my brother, because he was 3 years older than me, you know, everyone was fucking talking about Pokemon. So, you know, he wanted as well. So, you know, with his allowance or by asking our parents, I don't fucking remember which one it was. He got Pokemon Red, but, you know, when you're growing up with a house with, like, 2 brothers, so three boys total, you know, you share each other's shit, right? And you don't really think much of it. So, you know, he would, play on his file for Pokemon Red, and I would play Pokemon Red as well, with the promise that I would not overwrite his progress. And I would just pop, like, new fucking batteries into that bitch. Interesting. I would just pop new... Wow, this is fucking piss easy, bosses. I would pop new batteries in that bitch, and just start a file, and not save, and just play until the batteries died. Which was right around the time, I think, of, like, Lieutenant Surge. right past Lieutenant Surge. So I played those first 3 gyms a lot. A lot. And then that Christmas, my parents then just bought me Pokemon Blue, and then bought my brother a Game Boy Color. So win-win. I'm sure that pissed them off. Just, seeing him always borrow my Game Boy and seeing me always play the shit out of his game. Like, god damn it. Now we have to spend more fucking money. And it worked for us. Yeah, I have very fucking fond memories for this console. Because, you know, 64 was out around the same time, yeah? I guess 97, right? Like 97, 98. And so I would play 64, but, you know, my brothers would play it more. It was in the family room. That and, like... That controller isn't exactly the most, friendly for baby hands. Even if the console was free more often than not, which it wasn't. So I would play this, and when they had the 64, well, I guess we had the 64, you know, no one in the house gave a shit anymore about the Super Nintendo. For the most part, I mean, yeah, they would still play it occasionally, but not enough to, you know, hold that shit in their room. So I just kept that shit in my room. So, hence why some of my favorite shit ever is the, Super Nintendo and Game Boy. And then PlayStation was interesting, because that was, like, always to the side later on. Like, we got the PlayStation 1 later on, and it was kind of like, yeah, like, we would fuck around with it quite a bit. But not as much as the Nintendo consoles. Then not too far after that, you know, 1999, Dreamcast came out. But really my love of the PlayStation came a lot later, of just revisiting that and be like, damn, this is a fucking good console. But, you know, we had a lot of shit growing up, which is nice. Because I think after that, like, the Dreamcast was the last console that our parents bought, you know? After that, it was pretty much, like, up to, you know, us saving our allowance and shit. And, you know, we didn't have Genesis. So a lot of my Sega experience was, you know, from, like, going over to my neighbor's house and shit. Ah! Nice, thank you. Wow, thank you. Okay, well, we got that. I guess I shouldn't be so salty. Alright, so now it's like, it doesn't really matter, but I want those lives, boy. I might need them. I mean, so far it's pretty piss easy. So yeah, my experience with this game was a lot of just playing at the daycare, but I did play through this game in its entirety. When I went to Japan, I bought a Game Boy Pocket for, God, I want to say like 1,000 yen, which is the equivalent of like 10 bucks. And then I bought this game for probably like $3, the equivalent of. Probably looked like a Western weeaboo hipster on that fucking train, but damn, I enjoyed it. Dude, when it comes to used games in Japan, they like practically give it away, because no one gives a shit. Unlike here, where you get every jackass they YouTube review show for retro gaming, they all have to have their camera set up so you can see the wall of games. Yeah, it does wonders for the fucking price. It's like that copy of... What was it? It was a copy of the original Legend of Zelda in box that sold for, I want to say it was like $800,000. Maybe it would hit $1 million. I don't fucking know, but either way, dumb. Now check that out. Doesn't even fucking make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Got that. Fascinating. Teaching you how to do baby jumps. I appreciate it. So what's up here? Oh, okay. Got it. Learning. Well, I appreciate it. So we got 17 lives. 600 coins already. Fuck. Well, shit, I do want to check out what those higher end slots give you. Some dude says, I mean, an OG of Mario just sold for 2 million. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, like, it keeps going up, man. Like, there's been a lot of news about that shit recently, of, NES games in box making record sales in terms of pricing. Goddamn. Here's the thing, is it's kind of like with old-ass train sets and shit, right? Or, old-ass vintage Barbies and all that. Is people think they're going to be always worth it, right? And that everyone has the same value for these things as they do, as they give it. Oh god, we should have fucking waited. But then, once people of that generation start to go, no one gives a shit, and they can't give the things away. I think it might be similar with games, dude. Give it like 20, 30 years, if we make it that long. But I think you will eventually see the price dropping. And by that point, you know, we're gonna be old as fuck. We don't give a fuck. We probably would have played these games so many times on emulators that's like, you know, I don't really even give a shit anymore. Fuck you. Fuck you for hoarding the games after spending millions on it, you jackass. Let's see. Alright, we'll get a carrot. Beautiful. I like it. I dig it. Alright, so now we went into his penis, and now we're on his tongue after being on his foot. It's like a fucking Dan Schneider statue. Oh yeah, now let me spend more time on his feet. Yeah. You're gonna get your own Nickelodeon show, Mario. Now just don't tell your parents about what happens in my office. Otherwise you're gonna be in big trouble. It's like funny, but it's fucking not. Oh god. Dude, Hollywood is such a fucking shithole, dude. I'm telling you, over the course of the next, like, 10, 20 years, you're just gonna hear more and more stories. Holy hell. Oh! There. Yeah, this game's kind of piss easy. I don't know, what would you say is easier, though? This or Mario Land 1? I don't even know. Mario Land 1 is certainly shorter. Certainly fucking shorter. Some dude says it only sold for that much because these dipshits keep paying to get these games graded. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Can't get the scores unless they're like the high grade, huh? Some dude says unless you own a museum or something, I don't see the point. Really though. I don't know. Personally, I believe games are meant to be played. Absolutely. If it wasn't for emulation, honestly, we'd be fucked. It's all the damn hoarding and insane prices. And you know, what is it? Nerl on YouTube does a lot of videos on the subject of emulation and why emulation law is bullshit. Okay, alright, fucker. I'll just ignore you. And one of the things he looks at is there are people who unironically argue for the game companies, like, oh no, you shouldn't play emulation ever. Because people who are pro-emulation talk about preservation, but if it was really preservation, then it wouldn't matter if you played it. It's like, yeah, because what? We should preserve them, but no one play them? Like, what the fuck are you on about? Ah, God, I hate people. Nothing pisses me off more than when people are trying to do a moral high ground by defending big corporations at the expense of consumers. That's, like, ridiculous. Alright. Not mean to get that one. Please. Hold up. I want it. 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 We got it. I remember I can do the down jump. Alright, fucker. Come on. That is weird. A lot of weird ideas in this one. Which, once again, I appreciate weird. But yeah, that's the thing, though, is the hoarding, though. You mentioned some dude. Because the people who do these review shows, they really do hoard them, essentially. I mean, you know, obviously, if you have, like, 400 games, you're not going to be able to play them all. But it's like, these fuckers have them, just have them. Oh, fun factoid. So Nintendo had these fucking blocks as one of their toys, as a toy line back in the 80s. And I think they were, like, they were sued by, Lego, maybe? But I'm not sure what the result was. If they just stopped selling them because they weren't profitable, or they stopped selling them out of fear of lawsuits. I don't know. But it was essentially the exact same goddamn thing as Lego, which is pretty hysterical. Crafty Japanese always stealing shit and bombing shit like Pearl Harbor. And then playing the victim. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. NNB. Rolls right off the tongue. What the fuck that's in? Maybe it stands for Nintendo and Blocks. I don't fucking know. Hold up, I'll read your sheet in a second, bro. Ah! I want all the coins. Damn, look at this hoard we're getting. Some dude says, the funny thing is emulation is perfectly illegal. It is, though. It really is. The problem is game piracy, and people always confuse the two. Honestly, by all means, go pirate that $300 30-year-old game. The companies literally aren't making shit off these old games, especially freeware. You know, like the Tony Hawk games, or you know, any golf game, that kind of shit. Any sports game, really, where you can't resell it because of all of the icons in the game or the music. It just, once they lose the rights to these things, it's like just too expensive to renew them. So it just ends up kicking around. Actually, what's it called? My Abandonware. MyAbandonware.net.com? I think it's .net. Allows you to just go and download this shit because no one's stopping them, because you can't stop them. Because no one actually owns the right to these games anymore. But, no, I was playing a few years, yeah, I guess like 2 years ago. I was playing the shit out of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. That's like one of my favorite ones. But yeah, you can just go to myabandonware.net and get and download Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, 4 Underground for the PC. And honestly, if you get X-Patter, which is Old school, which is a program for old school games. Alright, fucker. Okay. To have controller support. Oh, alright, alright. Hey, alright, motherfucker. Oh no! Alright, we gotta be really fucking careful. Ah, you fucking bastard. Is that our first death? Fascinating. Okay. Alright, a little tricky. A lot trickier than that fucking bird. And that fucking octopus. Wow, this is a short-ass shit game, huh? Maybe if we're doing Link's Awakening after this, maybe we should cut this shit in half. And do maybe some shorter parts of this for YouTube later. This is a cute boss, though, thematically. What a weird, what a weird world in general. Let's have Mario fight the 3 little pigs. Although, wasn't that the, for Mario Odyssey, who are the bad guys? Are they pigs, or no? Are they not pigs? No, they were rabbits, Okay, I didn't play Mario Odyssey. I do not own a Switch. I have seen footage of it. It looks good. I hear really, really good things. Nice. Alright, let us... gamble. And then we're gonna switch over to Zelda Link's Awakening. Hold up, I'm gonna try the 200 one, then we're gonna save up for the 9999991. That seems a little bit too expensive. Wow. So there's more chances to fail with the 200 one. But if you win big. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we'll save up for that 999 Try to do our best with that. Anyway, let's switch over to Link's Awakening right now. I'm just gonna change the title real quick. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching, and make sure to check me out on Twitch. Peace out, guys.